hold his composure. Like me personally, when I acknowledge that this is the lion's den that he was about to go enter into, Andrew clearly acknowledged that he's about to go into the lion's den, wherein it may seems like it is a fear stage, but it is not. It's actually Andrew against everything else that is going on in the room.
Chavi, me I got my bed. Remember I say no, Giovanni Dennis give me a question and Andrew correct Giovanni Dennis question and say no, it's not so. Correct Giovanni Dennis.
Yep.
So me know, so we realize it. Remember, you know, Protecting J say it, you know, winner. Mr. Pretty J post it before. Andrew correct Giovanni Dennis says not the right way to answer, put a question to somebody. You never see a part of it.
Yeah, me see it. In correcting question, he had to correct him. Yeah, he had to correct him. But like I said just now, my nation, Andrew acknowledged that he was about to enter the lion's den and he needed to be as humble as Daniel was and as faithful as Daniel was. You know why? It wasn't a debate where it was Mark Holness versus Andrew Holness. It was Andrew Holness versus everything else that was happening in the room. That's what that was. That's what that was. Because
but Mark saying no like the media. Well on the Chavi. Well on Chavi. When the Mark's about the media, Mark telling say blunt to me like certain media people, you know. Mark Golden said that, you know. Certain people him feel uncomfortable with them. He said that in the debate society, you know. When the Mark's about the media, you know.
Tari versus Nick. Tari then Nick next. Yes, he did say it. He did point out about the people that are professional and not doing them job. And that in itself is an attack. That in itself is an attack on the media, sir. Like, so why did you take us for idiots? Oh, crap, man.
Listen up.
I can come in here.
Go ahead.
Listen up. Hold on.
One thing.
Has run the country so good.
Hold on. I got my bed, brother. I want something to you know. Listen to yourself, Chavi and the rest of us. Remember, you know, look at Angie yearbook. When him left from school and show him that St. Catherine, Angie charged everybody, in debate everybody. Look at him yearbook when him younger at school. That's how him is. Mark Golden can't debate him. You understand me?
Yeah.
Chavi, the whole Jamaica makes it mad when him say about especially the young girl who love one vote for Andrew, he make it worse. And Blue Guy Pola come out tomorrow, you know. I mean, no so we're going to beat them, whip him.
Hold on, somebody has to name Sheikah say, I can see that y'all are not educated. Sheikah, I challenge you. Hit the request and come in at the box and come prove that. I challenge you tonight, Sheikah. Me can jump everybody else, Sheikah, and bring you up. And you come prove, say, you're more educated than everybody up here.
Make she come tonight. Make she come.
Sexy Dimples, you send me request, make me get excited, think she has sent a request. Sexy Dimples, hold on, man.
Me just go on Sheikah page. Sheikah they on her page in a drawers, a swab. Listen now. She cannot sell pussy night over here, so lift up.
We're not going to the dirt with them. We're not going to the trenches, man.
Make me cross and make a meeting with my She can go somewhere else. Move.
All right, hold on now. Hold on, man. Wait, we're not going to allow you to say what you say. But before you say it, winner, this is the order. After winner talk, we're going to hear from Tari and then we're going to hear from Nick. Winner, go ahead. You start the ball of fire.
Now, we're looking to continue to build our country, Jamaica. And we have 3 debates, national debates. No question on poverty, no question on crime, no question on social welfare, no question on international positions, no question about the general health of Jamaica. All questions were surrounding attacking government policies. Did you hear a question being asked about anything that is presented in Dr. Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party manifesto?
No. It goes to show that the manifesto is beautiful.
Most of the questions were asked about the PMP's manifesto and what the PMP is presenting to Jamaica. Why are you giving strength to the People's National Party for them to lay out their manifesto to the Jamaican people? They already showed us.
But it backfiring because, like I said to you, we got 3 different answers on how they're going to fund their thing. And then one of the questioners sink their ship by stating that the EPAC lead person in Keith Duncan stated that it is not feasible, it's not fundable without tax. And Mark ditched that question and dodged it and just go on to talk with more of talk and attack with more of attack. He did not take it on because he knows he cannot credibly challenge Keith Duncan observation or his opinion officially placed without merit. Send us dodge that totally.
Let me say this to you guys. We have 400 odd persons here. Our persons who are undecided so far can just maybe drop a finger or something in the comment if you're undecided right now. Because I don't want to be talking to labor rights, because labor rights are already going to vote. If you're just drop an emoji in the comment if you're undecided. Because there is no flipping way that the PMP has been saying that Jamaica is going in the wrong direction for the last 5 years. But yet they're proposing a plan that Jamaica is going to grow within a year between 7 and 8% to finance their plans. This is ludicrous. Mark Golding, hold on, Bridget, you have to mute it. Mark Golding already told us he ditched the 3.0 because when they looked at the numbers, they were not privy, according to him, they were not privy to the numbers, and therefore they had to ditch it because the costing did not match up. And we have the tape. Now, all of a sudden, without getting the specifics of the numbers, Mark Golding has gone one up by increasing it by 500,000 and telling us Jamaicans that he believes that next year, if he wins the election, that Jamaica is going to grow between 8 and 10%, something that has never happened since the early 70s. How the hell are we going to sit down and listen to Mark Gold? This is a last-ditch effort. The PMP news came out and Lawrence Rowe released the tape. PMP say, if we do not win this election, PMP dead. And
that's why they're throwing the sink.
They're throwing the sink. The toilet, the bedroom,
they
set
everything. They throw out all the bath water with the baby in it.
Everything.
Hold on. But I want to hear from Tari. Hold on, Jamaica. You've been up here for a second and you get a chat. Hold on, Tari. Come on, be fair. All of us have been up on here. I know you haven't talked the most, and me probably chat too much, and me talk the most and take up most of the time. But Tari and Nick has been waiting as well as we want to get to this. So when we get to this, everybody would have gotten a chance to say something. Then we can just continue and mix it up again. Let's go. Tari.
All right, good night, everyone. I'm not gonna say
blessings.
Tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
But on the same point, though, I wanted to go back to the question that was asked about protecting the media in terms of they asked a question about why the JLP seems so hell bent on, or both parties, I should say, they asked that both parties seem so hell bent on keeping the media out of things. I won't say I thought that was a stupid question, but I thought that's...
It is untrue at the base.
Very untrue for a debate. Because as all of us know by now, the People's National Party would have objected to debaters, or I should say journalists, media practitioners from Nationwide News Network. They at no point did the JLP object. The only, I would say, the only part at which the JLP felt obligated to object was when they would have found out that, hey, the PNP objected to such and such person. So on that merit, the JLP felt as if, okay, maybe we can raise some objection to because the PNP did this, right? I don't believe that both parties should have done it. But at the end of the day, the question in and of itself was untruthful to even suggest that the JLP was behind this. I even had to put on my status that, listen, you want to talk about silencing opponents? The PNP has been the party known for silencing opponents. You go back to the 70s when they locked up Pernell Charles Sr. and Olivia Babsy Grange during the states of emergency. You go back to the 90s when a lot of musicians, their music was banned because it was speaking out against the government of the day. The PNP has always been the party to quite literally silence their opponents or any opposition they
Patterson
have.
took media practitioners to court.
See that? Same thing, right? And for me, that debate was a 4v1. Mark Golding plus the 3 questioners.
Everybody in the room. It was Andrew versus the entire room.
Everybody, Andrew versus
it was Andrew versus the room.
One man against the world. That's my
viewpoint.
Quite literally. Because, and it's so sad. Sad because in a debate, as much as I love to defend my position, that shouldn't warrant me from throwing out lines of attack. For majority of the debate, the Prime Minister quite literally had to defend himself.
And Jamaica was placed on the back burner because of it. I said it earlier, my brother.
As a result of
Jamaica's future, Jamaica's
issues that were supposed to be presented this evening, they were not presented. They were not presented. And I don't know, and no disrespect to my undecided or uncommitted voters, I don't know how many of you will be voting on the integrity issue. But even on the issue of integrity, as the Prime Minister responded to the question, I don't think anyone should, at this point in time, even be questioning the integrity of the Prime Minister after his response to that question. The Prime Minister quite literally stated, the investigation was done, the independent report is in the public domain, it's in the public space. The independent report has not found any form of malfeasance or malpractice or anything illegal against my name. And I would even go for, and if I was a Prime Minister, I would have even went further to state that the Constitution gives me my right to presumption of innocence, and I have not been proven guilty, nor have I pleaded guilty. Right? So that logical response alone should quite literally kill any form of speculation that you now have. The Prime Minister has been put on trial for how long, and up to now, there has been nothing to tarnish him. I also signed the debate where, for me, Mark Golding was prepared for the corruption or the integrity questions. Clearly, he wasn't prepared for anything else, in my opinion.
Yes, true.
And what even bothered me, Travi, I believe we were talking about it when he was speaking about
even have evidence.
Hold on, King, let him finish. He now compete with talking. Hold on. Go ahead, Tariq.
Right. When he was speaking about the 62%, and you were saying, and you were basically saying, I wonder which government he would have inherited that 62% from.
Who brought us here?
Who brought
You're
us
so
here?
ready. You rub your hand together for this position. You rub your hand together for your food. Let me ask you something. Who cook it?
Yes. And what I would have wished, though, I wish Andrew would have. I think Andrew was a bit late with his rebuttals to Mark, but at least he did them, though. At the start of the debate, he was a bit slow to responding. I was a bit concerned.
He was focused on decency and the people's issue and the people's business. Remember, these things are not new to his ears. He would have heard them saying it time and time again throughout the years, and he never responded. He not see a need to respond because the general public would have gotten the information over time and see that what they're doing is not true. And I can't believe that they continue on this, but I guess they have a certain facet of society that they're speaking to. Because even the point of 28 bank account, that should not have left Mark lips tonight, because that thing has been buried. So much so that the day-to-day PMP supporter talks about it no more, because the information is out and we see for ourselves through the integrity report and other reports done on that report, right? That, hey, this amount of the account belongs to parents. These amount of accounts are insurance policies. These are loans. These are dormant accounts. And this is investment. And it was all explained. The idea about 28 bank account, to run with that tonight, Mark Golding, it shows weakness, carelessness, and you being unprepared. And because you weren't prepared for a debate, you would have inadvertently prepared to fail, which you did.
Yeah, I agree. I will say, though, that I think that during the debate, at some point during the debate, the Prime Minister realized that if he tried to continue playing by the rules, which Mark Golding clearly was not doing, that strategy just would have never worked. And I'm glad that he shifted gears to respond to the concern that was presented, because trust me, trust and believe, if Andrew Holness left that debate tonight and did not address what Mark Golding said, I would have been annoyed. But I am glad that he addressed what
I
was
like
said.
how he handled it. He never handled it on their time, because if he went on their time, then it would have been a little wrangle-tangling. Wait to the opportune moment when he respond, they could barely respond to it, because when he had the follow-up, the rebuttal, he gave his rebuttal, then responded to that. So him can't come back to it, because the next question I go direct to him, and then in a rebuttal, you're free to do what you want to do.
Right.
So I like how he specifically placed his response in an area where the lead argument or the lead question will come back to him now. So him get a time now to present a different issue going forward. And that struggled Mark Golding, because when he come to rebuttal, I want to correct something, and that eats into his time. And by the time I try to deal with that, then for rebut, him cannot actually give a proper rebuttal and show the people that he actually have a plan for them. So you see, him being a serial debater, he understands certain strategies and tactics, and I have seen it in it. There's a lot of things that I won't bring out right away, but I'm telling you, look into it. Where did he put his responses to these things? He put them right in his rebuttal section. That means when he's through rebutting, then the next phase of the conversation starts at him. Perfectly placed. That's how we did it. But Tari, we are going to give Nick a chance to put 2 cents, stick around.
Yo, the man, am I hear me?
Yes, man.
Yes, man. All right. First thing I'm going to say is this, right? You see, the God of heaven, right, who believe in the real creator, right, and the one true creator, I tell you this, him not sleep. Me hear Dan Jackson Miller switch up the whole narrative about both parties not accepting certain journalists, right? PMP was the one who started that crap by saying that if certain journalists is going to be on the panel, right, at the debate, right, they are not going to show up. One of the things that I realized with PMP, right, and even the PMP followers, right, them love the bagga and them love when things must go in a them favor, whether it is true or whether it is false, right? And if you realize how them operate, everything that they base off of is false narrative. This is something we have a show now, right? Earlier in the conversation, Javi, you did something by showing the skin color, by showing the palm of your hands, right? And you make people understand why. And you said it clearly, you're not being racist. But this is something that we're facing in Jamaica, which is classism. One of the things that is upsetting Mark Golding and his friend them, right? And enough people now go and admit this, right? And you PNP people are hypocrite. Because funny thing is, ghetto youth must rise. When ghetto youth rise and ghetto youth up on top, right? And the white man come telling you, say, yo, the same ghetto youth, them a thief, and run back at him, oh yes, him a thief, and him this and him that, and all kind of crap. See? One of the reasons why they attacked the Prime Minister tonight, right? If you realize this, you realize what Mark is literally saying? Him literally has said, Andrew and his wife, nothing have nothing. Him attack the man based off of the bank account. Him attack the man based off of the wife business, right? Him attack the man wife in so many disrespectful ways, right? And to me, when me see the man big brother, me literally want to push me on chief phone and thump him in the jaw corner.
I'll say this, Dick. You see where I operate? These people nothing have nothing in Jamaica. Them nothing have no standard, they nothing have no position. They shouldn't lead Jamaica. Is these people that they should lead. And if you watch all his friends that were backing him and pushing, and it is so sad that you know what? They use people like Jax DJM. They use people like what's his name? Oral Tracy. They use people like Dayton Campbell. House slaves they are. Yes. And I say it with no answer. They are house slaves. You know why? there's no way on earth a descendant of our oppressors, 400 years. 400 years, he's a direct descendant. Have we forgotten our history?
But Travis, yeah, say to decent about house slave. Me, I go say it if you know what I say it. Them a house nigger and a that's me I put it. And let me tell you why I say that, bro. See? Remember this. The Prime Minister came there to basically list out everything that he is trying to move forward with, right? You remember, watch this, The man come up with the FID, right? And him fail, right? The man come up with the IC, right? And him fail. Because I remember, when the Prime Minister said to him, all of my declaration was on the table and everything, right, was up to par, right? And him jump from the IC, him jump from FID, the man even go in a cash plus, the man go in a Olint, the man had moved from Yaso, he matter about SSL, right? And how the Prime Minister this, and how the Prime Minister take out free money and blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking at it and I'm saying to myself, bro, you claim say you are a businessman, right? So if you are doing an investment and you decide say you want to draw out your money at any given time, right? And you here say the shit hit the fan. How does that affect me when me have nothing for that? Is that risk me to take my money, So the fact is that if the Prime Minister took out his money from out of SSL, right? And you hear say, other people them take the money or whatever happened, right? In SSL, how does that affect what is happening within the country and even the Prime Minister? Because that not have nothing to do with him. It's an investment, the man investing money. So the thing I'll say
this though. These accusations, these attacks, are they illegal? Is it a criminal offense? Because that means we have to lock up everybody who put money in a criminal offense. Who put money into to Holness and Cash Plus and take out the back and get money out of it. And we will have to lock up every one of those individuals.
Look here, it is a criminal offense, and let me tell you why it's a criminal offense, right? If I have my personal business, right, and you're going to take my personal business, right, to say that, right, I am a criminal and I am a thief without any proof or without any evidence of me doing the crime, right?
Defamation.
It is a defamation of character. Remember this,
Yeah.
When the question I want to ask is this, right? It is called Integrity Commission. How the backside, you blows and get information from the Integrity Commission broadcast it through the whole entire Jamaica and the world. To say, bro.
Nick, we don't really need to spend time on that. It is already out and clear. The Governor General, who is a non-political head of state, he actually represents the crown, has already written a letter to the Integrity Commission to say, hey, we navigate to the act together. We're not efficient, we're not performing well, and all of that. We see it for ourselves, right?
Bro,
if we read through the Integrity Commission Act by itself, you have to say, yo, them don't make sense. They don't.
Bro, me nah dwell on it, My thing is this, you're speaking of corruption. But yes, still you're the most corrupt person there is in life because me one jackass a while ago born in humility I come talk about PMP3, right? Brother, you need to go educate yourself before you come and people and platform talk. Because watch this.
Nick, we're not going to entertain them people. If you're going to respond to them, we're not do that.
Well, bro.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Zayn, hear me out. Remember, if you look at the questions that were asked, right? In a bunting debate and in a mark debate, them still cannot give us a direct answer. Them can't give you a straightforward answer. You never realize them a deflect, them a go around the bush, them a beat around the answers, right? And them cannot give Jamaicans a straight answer. Why? Because guess what? They want the attention to focus on the Prime Minister. They want the attention to be on the Jamaica Labour Party, to make it seem as if say, the Jamaica Party is the most corrupt set of people. You know why? Because that's the only way they can relate to the masses when they have no sense.
They can't relate to they can't relate to the masses. They have no plan to counter what is going on or to outdo it. And like the Prime Minister says, the only leg they have to stand on to come and tell life by the Prime Minister, corruption, this, that. That's the only thing they have going in the election. Think about it. Their manifesto come out, the very picture on the front of the manifesto is not Jamaican. When people check out the manifesto, it is AI generated. When you look at what is written in the document, it is not feasible without putting a whole load of taxes on the Jamaican people. Like there's nobody that is credible in finance that is non-partisan that has come out and say, hey, no neutral person that has come out and say, hey, that manifesto, yeah, it is credible, what's in it is workable, and we can afford it, and it won't cause new taxes. Nobody that is neutral has done that. None.
Quick thing too, right? The man even attacked the DDP. Bro, yo, sometimes I wonder if, I kid you not, me feel like that man drink about 6 bottles of rum before he come there, because all me hear come out of the man's mouth was a total, utter rubbish. Bro, you know what, You know when I think when I start look on, the man go do something, I say, and I say, it's like Andrew the one go over there, I say, hey boy, I will thump you about it, because guess what? And then no, people have to think that, oh, the prime minister, but like them I say, he must sweat. No, bro, you attack the man's wife, you tell lie upon the man, so of course the man come there to defend himself. And further to that, the man never come there for that.
Fight broke. If I did me, fight broke, hands down. Me no business.
Right now, Mark Walling teeth them should have pick up off of that floor there. Mark Walling up.
If I did me, fight broke. And I'll tell you this, Mark Walling did that to try and trigger Mr. Holness. It would have worked if I did me, but it don't work because of Mr. Holness. Because of Mr. Holness winning composure. But if I me,
and then
boy,
and then not all that, as you said earlier, you said Diane Jacksonville, I have said it before, I'm going to say it again. She is one of the most biased person there is in the media, right? So when Marka comes say, but some people are not being professional, you know why? Because they're not singing the theme song, bro. If you look,
but in the same breath when he's saying this, he's not being professional. Mark now have the moral authority to tell people to be professional when he is not on the same stage.
Even in the debate before they ask that question, you know that Mark attacked Nationwide even before the question about media houses. All Nationwide attack them. And when the question asked him barefaced, they say, yeah, we have to talk about them because
they report George Davis. They report George Davis to the Broadcasting Commission for the comments he made when Mr. Patterson said come out and talk. No, but we want to give this a chance, Nick. We want to give this a chance. He waited patiently. Reeks will come in right to you next. Des, take it away. Yeah, blessings. Who are you, by the way?
Good night. I'm good.
Blessings.
Maybe if you get it on my system now, because I can't sleep without saying something.
Go ahead, sir.
Listen to me, man. I watch the debate. I watch three of them. I'm in Atlanta, I'm coming home to vote. I have to vote. I miss with everything ready. I come vote for sure.
I hear you.
Monday I'll be there. But there's so many things to say. You guys said it all, You want to show Django?
Add your 2 cents, man. Add your 2. That you see the person we are gonna mention. That is Oral Tracy. I know. I see him too.
No,
Oral Tracy. Yeah, man. You see him, man.
And what do you want? Sitting Campbell.
Yeah.
And Peter Bunting. Combine all them together. And those are the people that. And
have you noticed how fast they age though? Young Date and Campbell. You notice how they age fast?
There are no substance and lies.
Wicked people, and that happened to wicked people.
Yes, exactly my point. Let me tell you something. I have a brother, Let me give you a short story. And he's an habitual liar. And my stomach can't take him. My mother, same father, but because he just habitually come up and just lie for no reason, just to get a point across, just to look good. And this is exactly what I see in Mark Golden. And I see in PNP, and the propaganda is what they spread and how they spread it. So, how you go put your things across, your manifesto across with the goods faith of the economy. How you can able to do it unless there's an economy that can sustain it. They're doing that on the back of the economy being good enough.
Yeah.
So, the PNP, you know, see that? Say them a try to ride for the back. You can't ride it in your ass, because they're not qualified enough to ride it. But they are riding on the good faith. The crime rate going down. The economic is building. The unemployment is going down. And they still arrive on the back of it and say, yes, that I'm going. This is what we're going to do. And because of what he is doing now, and where we are now, we can say certain things. And with all of what I'm saying, they're lying about it. Let me tell you something. Another thing, I'll go to bed. Anybody, me no care what me and my wife have, you know. I don't care what me and my wife have. Anybody at all. Attack my wife is a serious business. My mother can't attack my wife, you know. So you see, when he attacked Andrew's wife last night, my heart burned me, you know. My heart burned. And Jamaican women need to see that, you know. The professional women of Jamaica, the middle class, the teachers, one know so them benefit, you know. Some of them too greedy too, you know.
Yeah.
And we have to be facts are facts now. Some of them too greedy. The nurses.
I said it earlier.
And we'll never hear. But seriously, they are too greedy. Me go beach. I was there 2 weeks ago. I come back again next week, to be honest. And I hear a lady at the beach, at the river say, hey, because of this man, you can buy one car, I mean, I buy no ugly car, I buy a good car.
Decent and nice.
Decent car. My ex is a teacher now. And she buy a good car. She built a big house within 2 years. Listen to me. Jamaicans need to wise up and smart up and understand. Let's not go back to these days of darkness.
Yeah.
You know what? I just live forever, you know. I've been asking jail to live forever.
No, that's not what we're saying. That
pain people is coming with no. The member of parliament that they will put into play now cannot represent a Jamaica that we have now. Angela Burke can't do nothing but foreign affairs.
RT one clean.
Peter Bunting, she can't speak good English. Peter Bunting don't know nothing about security, and if you go put him in a finance, he's worse because of my teeth. You know what I'm saying? Who you go put in the agriculture? They don't care about that thing, can't go in the secret on the mountain. No, Damon Crawford, if he says smart, but he's a dunce fool. Or a bright fool, whatever
I'll say this. Damon Crawford is an entertainer. And if blessings to John, if you give him a platform to give fancy talk and jokes, witty responses, he'll do so. As a matter of fact, there's a recording out now making its rounds on social media where Damon Crawford admitted that he's not ready. He's not ready.
Can I say one more thing before I go? They don't have a leader to train these young minds and these bright minds. It's like how say I got take Desmond Mackenzie, Babsy Green, Andrew Holness, and train them. Whoever trained them.
Yeah.
Somebody was preparing for now. PNP of today have nobody to train these young smart minds for the future of tomorrow. We like them, you know. I will like Lisa, I will like Damien.
Then turn mush. Then turn mush.
I don't like them coming like nobody ever
to be honest, hold on goody. No. This I'll say this to you. They turn mush, absolute mush. Because I'll join with you in saying Dr. Andre Hartney in his first peeking out, when he just a peek out in a politics, just to hear something from him, just get a chance to say something in a microphone, you would have think that he's a smart young man. But the more he is engrafted into the PNP, you see that he's a mad person. This a rum bar economics. This a man I come with for Jamaica. This is rum bar economics, right? You have a next local one now, who is also an economist. I don't remember his name, but he came out and him talking and them have him as a respondent. Boom, he go up Nationwide and tell Nationwide say the opposition leader will explain his how he will go fund the income tax threshold when he was saying it at 3 million. The day came, he never do it. That guy lose credibility. And now in the panic platform, cost everybody dons. But I don't understand it. Them say all the JLP members then dons, but they are the one who has get the best work done. So here what now? We don't want just bright and no work, We prefer the dons and good job.
Work.
Talk to me. What do you think about that?
We need leaders to guide them because they are not under guidance. And for you to be smart and bright.
Good
night, Moko. You soon get a chance. We come into you, Moko.
You have your kids, right? And you just have them. Like in America, Let me tell you what. Look at me have a list right now. In America, you have these kids up here. The difference is, Your mother say, the kids do what I want to do. Leave them alone. They can't tell them to sit. They can't tell them to stand. They can't tell them to go. We Jamaican, we have that guidance. Hey, me said this, I know what you're going through, we know what you are going through, we are guide them. So when in the end of the day, there is a provision there for them that we lead based off of knowledge, based off experience, and we got them to a different light. So even if they don't come out all we want, when they go into the world, there's some substance there to hold it.
There are some fundamental principles that we instilled as parents when they got to the world. They're there still. It still guides certain decisions, because even me in adulthood, there are certain things that I don't do. Why? Because my granny warned me against that. My father warned me against that. So
thank you.
I'm not going there.
My opinion, I got church now. We don't really, and we have to tell them to go. We have to tell them to do certain things, because we teach them, we guide them. PAP is the same thing. They have no guidance, they have no substance, they have nobody to mold that young mind of Damon Crawford, Lisa Anna, the Motley. They are just there, and they are just propaganda lies and going on and trying to.
Everybody does a swing mode. Everybody does a swing mode. There isn't a collective vision or approach towards Jamaica. And I want you to listen to this. I understand what I'm saying.
And guess what?
There is not a collective approach. Blessings, man. Blessings there. Thanks for coming on.
We reject PNP. We don't want them now. They are not ready now. They can't do it. Something different.
Let me see the team. Let me see the team. Let me see the team.
You see, after this election, Jamaica will become a one-party government.
We don't want
listen to me. PNP the level of performance. I don't see any need to change the level of performance. And in the next term, when Andrew Holness gets this next term and the digital transformation is completed and the build out of hospital and all of that, listen, this administration will move licensing of motor vehicle to the online platform July. And the last time I read upon it, over 61,000 applications processed and approved online. 61,000.
Let me cut to this.
That is 61,000 less people to go in a tax office to go full up a line them in there and spend the entire day.
Let me tell you something.
Killing productivity in Jamaica.
Let me tell you what Jamaican realize. Right. Let me give you an example again. I have my American license that I drive and down there, right? And before then, you used to go there and you can drive and you get a ticket and you walk away. You see now, Mr. Man stop me and say, yo, you have 2 tickets, you know? I said, Jesus Christ.
You better know that.
Me have to make sure, me
go online and go pay it.
Continue with it, because guess what? The transformation is real. And this is what we do. We used to take Jamaica for granted. No, the transformation is right in front of our eyes, in our mindset, in our deed. We can go online and do anything. And this is why Jamaica, what they don't understand why Jamaica get more money now. The taxes are collected more efficiently and effectively now than ever before. So a man with more pay money for online, you have to go to the rig man to do all of that. You can just win.
Easy peasy. On your phone, on your computer, and get it done.
That's the best place on earth. I'm not obsessed with life with me. It's Jamaica. I swear to God. I don't obsess with nothing else. I love my country with all my heart. I'm in America for 20 years.
That's why I'm going to put on this tonight. Remember that this. That's why I'm going to put up on the live. I put on this and start see the people. I can't do nothing different. I just watch the debate and I have to do this. Hold on. There's Reeks, next and then.
Anyway, this is what I tell you. Good night. You feel good. Surely you're right with my feet. And I think get rid of the propaganda and the lies of these PNP, whatever they call it. But God bless you. It's a pleasure.
Blessings and thanks for coming on. And thanks for your patience. And thanks for your patience.
I'll keep listening. I'm not going to sleep.
Much respect. Reeks. Over to you, Reeks.
Yeah, man. Good night, everybody.
Blessings, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So I've now like maybe a month ago just reached the age to vote, and I said to myself I wasn't going to vote in this election because I wanted to like observe, because my entire family are Labourite from, I know myself.
Good.
My entire family are Labourite.
Good.
The majority from a community called Goshen, Clarendon. However, so I didn't want to be a part of this die-hearted thing. I wanted to, analyze everything for myself. So I was just
good choice.
Yeah, man. So I spent the time researching this income tax and all of them things, and I was looking at it and I was comparing and contrasting, and I realized that the PNP could only do this $3.5 million income tax threshold because the economy is doing good. As young as I am,
Here you go.
everywhere you're going to Kingston, you see a Tesla, you see a Cybertruck, you see a GLE. So that is saying to me, Jamaica is growing.
Yes.
The country is doing well.
Yes.
And after the debate, a voice note, a relative of mine, saying to them, say, yo, all these plans by the PNP, you know, based off my observation, as a non-voter, these things are going to be on the backs of us as Jamaicans. New taxes have to be, new taxes will have to be introduced. You know, and the person is a PNP, so he might beat me up, and I was saying to him, said, look at this. Mark Golden said he might go create a program named Ride, where I'm going to give every student in a household $10,000 for transportation. All right, cool. All right, so Google says 743,000 students are in Jamaica. So I remove 100,000, so I can maybe another 100,000 have somewhere walk.
Hold on, Riggs. He said their target is 20,000 students. To be fair to them, he said they're targeting 20,000 students. So 20,000 students with the amount that he mentioned, and for the 190 days of school, it comes down to 1.9 billion, nearly 2 billion Jamaican dollars. That is the calculation officially.
Okay. And thank you. And isn't that the same cost for the same rural bus system for the same old bus?
It's more. It's more.
It's more. Them could have buy 100 bus every year.
More. Okay. 400 million. Okay. 400 million more. Nearly 500 million more, rather.
Okay. I was saying it to my
Hold on the rigs. Hold on the rigs. That's something quick. No man, that's something quick. May I ask Riggs? Riggs, how old are you?
20.
Okay, that's all more I know.
All right, so Riggs, what I'm saying to you is, right, with that amount spent, the 1.9, we don't get any assets, we don't put any system, any infrastructure in place with that spend. But with the 1.4 that the government have spent, we would have gotten 110 buses that institutes a system and a structure where students will be. Can you guys hear me? Somebody saying no sound. Someone comment saying no sound.
Yeah, man.
Okay, good.
Khadija, no, sometimes we in the bus can hear people down there not hearing us. So Khadija, tell me if you hear.
Yes, right. People say I'm hearing. Miss Yalata, yes. Okay, good.
Right. So that person needs to go out and come back in.
Okay, good. So with that 1.4 billion spent, we get 110 buses, and it institutes an infrastructure where children would have had these buses, and these 110 buses have a service life of 10 to 15 years. Now, let's say for the next 5 years, we buy 110 buses for nearly the same amount of money. In 5 years, we have 550 buses and have a system in place to transport students. That's what that represents. The PMP plan, we spend money, not get anything. What are their criticisms? Oh, the buses are old. Can I ask you, are we having 2025 vehicles running road taxi in Jamaica? The answer is no. It's vehicles that are of similar age. Not only that, these vehicles that have been carrying students to school since 2023, over 65 students has passed in accident, either going to school or coming home, and another 770 injured in accidents under the normal road that they're trying to invest more money than the bus system. Now come back to the bus system that is used in Canada and many other Caribbean countries who buy from the same market that we buy from, which is the used bus market. But here's what I wanted to compare and contrast with these PMP ideas. Now I just give you the death toll and numbers and injuries, but I want to show you something. In our country where there's a greater number of students using these buses, you have far less fatalities or injuries being incurred by students. I want to tell you about the United States, where over 400,000 of these buses active every day, transporting over 21 million students. In the last 10 years, they have had under 5 tragic accidents. 21 million students per day, over 400,000 buses each day. And look at the number. It goes to show that these buses are built for purpose, and the safety features that is inside of these buses is very good. And I tell you cannot put any price on the safety and protection of our students, because I'll tell you this: in the 65 students or over 65 students that gone on, we could have a prime minister in there, probably some good lawyers and doctors. We could have probably have some good senators, maybe a foreign minister that speaks many languages like the one we have now, right? So much we are losing through these things.
The main point is that the PNP is just bad mind.
Straight up.
That's what I'm
But Reeks, no, a Reeks time with the pan, we done Reeks time. When Reeks want to touch anything else, with the pan Reeks time.
Yeah, real quickly, I must say, I concur with your points. I'm a college student. I would have observed. I know that I can spend $375 from Clarendon, basically 2 minutes away from my house, on a JUTC, go straight to Parade every day.
Yeah,
and that was done under Andrew Holness.
And it costs you less in this system, right?
Yeah, because I would maybe spend from here to the main town, then from there to Parade. So that would be 2 taxi fares, maybe 4 in a day. But I can just spend $375 from here and back.
Wow, that's beautiful. And how's the quality of the transportation?
JUTC, AC, everything, sleep right to Parade.
You charge your phone?
Yeah, man, it's good. And these are just a few of the things that I'm seeing. When I go to Mobile, I see the Perimeter Road, 3 Mile, the overhead bridge remind me of Fort Lauderdale. And it is just amazing, honestly. But I was just waiting before I cast my vote. And I was listening to the debate tonight. And honestly, I honestly didn't even know if it was a debate or a man I tried this somebody of a woman. I don't know, honestly. I didn't saw in Mark Golding somebody where I can sit down in my living room and watch him represent Jamaica.
You know what was very unfortunate tonight? Tonight was the big moment to talk about Jamaica, to tell Jamaica, this is your future. Paint an abstract photo to show us where we're going, where we're coming from and where we're going, where we are now. Do that. He did not. They focused on Mr. Holness for the entirety of the function. Instead of, dealing with the substantive issues that affect Jamaica. And for that, I am disappointed. And I said it when I just started. That is what made Mark Golding a complete failure for me tonight, because this was the opportunity to speak to Jamaica, to wow us, to inspire us, and you did not. And because you did not bring anything new to the table, Mr. Holness just simply pivot to his record of achievement and could just give us some little snippets of what is to come in the next administration when they form government. And that in itself would have won it. That gone. When I look at your how you conduct yourself tonight on it, this is not what we want for a leader, because the combative nature, the disrespect, the unprofessionalism, that's not what we want, because that plagued Jamaica for years. And Jamaica is now moving to a society where people are more respectful and are professional and more courteous towards each other. And that's what you should be maintaining, or even fertilizing, so we can have more of it.
Travis, just say other quick point, since I say we are more respectful. I saw a video of Jamaicans going on the JUTC bus, and can you believe it, Travis? There was a line with the people standing,
line up properly.
Order. I was so shocked. We can't believe it's Jamaica.
Yeah. Decency and order is exactly. Growing in Jamaica, and we have to keep it. We have to keep it.
Nice.
But Jamaica, yeah, they hear me. Moko now. We'll give everybody the time as we're going through. And honestly, we have more requests. We just can't take on more people. I would really want to give everybody a chance. Some of the people them canceling requests because they don't get a chance. Some still waiting. So we'll go to Moko and Flowers right after.
Everybody.
Much respect. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for your patience.
First thing,
Thanks for your patience.
first thing, 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 first thing,
Go ahead, Moko.
First
He
thing
was
I want
just
to say,
saying.
big up yourself, original. Good. Big up yourself, original goodie. Big up yourself, mommy. Big up yourself, team, panel, everybody where I chat. Cause we know I want aim. Big up everybody. Big up host for the opportunity. The debate tonight, as you said a while ago, I am disappointed. I think the PM came to show and to prove what he has done and what he will be doing when he's returned to his position. And I think the opposition was being the opposition, right? They tried to ruffle his feathers. And I think, and I am disappointed for that, because we're at a stage in Jamaica where we're not competing with ourselves. We're competing with the world. And if the world is looking at us and see that from our leaders, they won't take us seriously, right? Because Mr. Andrew Holness and his team has created respect on Jamaica's name. I was watching a clip of our foreign minister fluently transitioning out of French to English.
To French again.
I was impressed. I was so impressed. I wish the reggae boys would be so fluent. You know? I was impressed. And Jamaica, we need you need to realize where we are as a nation and what we need, right? We can't afford for somebody to come and say they want to demolish a school bus program. If you demolish the school bus program now, right? And another thing in the debate that stand out for me was Markey continuously answering how he's gonna finance the 3.5 by saying the economy and where the economy is at now. And me alone there hear that. Every single time the question was asked, he was saying, based on where the economy is at now, who put the economy where they?
I've asked the question to my friend.
I'm in here, and I'm disappointed with the PM too, because he should have outlined it. I'm in here outlining, and I didn't hear he said much about this program either, because I think that his plan was derailed a bit based on
the plan is Andrew.
Approach.
I tell you this, the plan is Andrew. Andrew only spent, he was at pains to defend himself and his wife tonight, right? He was at pains to deal with that. Because if you notice, he never answered at the first part, because he think, it's a one job at the start and then throw out a job and we are going to deal with the substantive issue. But when it became clear to him that this is their motive tonight, this is the mode of operation, right? Wherein them just a continuously attack. And that's when he started to spend time to respond. And I'll tell you this, when real questions came in, and it was focused on Mr. Holness, one or few real questions asked of Mark Golding. Mark Golding didn't answer none of them. Him not answer none.
Yes.
Him cannot deal with the issues that affect Jamaica, and he never plan to deal with them, he never prepare to deal with them, he have no answer to them. But as long as it has to do with Mr. Holness, he's very loud.
I heard him bubble about a question. I don't remember the question, but I will go over and watch it again. He seems in stutter up on one question when they asked him. I don't remember if I...
There was a question that he totally evaded, and I have to talk about that question. It was regard to the legislation that is being formed here in the United States, wherein they're going to put it in law that all call centers, BPOs, must be kept in the US, right? And when that was asked of him, okay, we have 50,000 people working in the BPO sectors in Jamaica, what are going to happen to them? He absolutely fumbled that. He didn't answer nothing. He didn't answer nothing. To the tune when Mr. Holness say, him not say nothing. Come and give them the real answers to the question and start talking about the stuff that they have been doing, the expansion of Raintree, the Cayman part, all these things. The man say, we already see it, right? Even the transition of AI was in the question. He said, we already see it coming and we have been making the transition and preparing for this. And that was a real question. That was one of the real questions that he did not answer.
Yes, he did not answer. That was one of the major questions that we want to hear about. We want to hear if there's a situation where we can put something together to help ourselves as a nation. Right?
But
what
are the plans? I'll tell you this. Mr. Holness said that he wants to get Jamaica to the point of the Singapore of the Caribbean. And I'll tell you, it is not just a talk. It's already in place for it to happen. Remember, we had the ship repairs at our port in Kingston now, Remember, we had the ship repair and clean up and all of that. Now, the Kingston Wharf is expanding. They're building out another 50 acres of land in that area to process more logistics, right? Now, we have the Raintree industrial park that has built that will be bringing thousands of jobs to the economy and also helping out in that sector as well. Now, when we look at the Cayman estate that has been built, that is being built out too, it goes to show you the preparation that is being made for the future and getting to our self-sustainability. If you notice the heavy investment in agriculture, agro-processing, cold storage, and all of that. The investment in hard trust. The investment in hard trust.
If you heard Edmund Bartlett speech at the Mass Rally.
Yes, so all of this is towards making us self-sustainable and make us more self-reliant, because here's what we must answer to. The way Jamaica is and has been for the last 30 years, outer shocks always affects us. What do I mean by outer shock? Geopolitics always affect us. We see when the conflict in the Ukraine and Russia started.
Yes, that's true.
It affect we right there. And as Israel and Palestine, we are going to feel the effects of outer. And if the US sneeze, we catch a cold. So the idea of building Jamaica and making it self-sustained is what they've been doing. And I'll tell you this. There are aspects of Jamaica that is being hamstrung by former PMP administration. What do I mean by that? Now, the PMP signed a very bad deal, right, concerning our highways and the toll roads, wherein
of course
the financiers and the constructors would have 50 years. 50 years they will have control of these toll roads. All the income from it goes to them to pay them back and to pay them profit, right? But not just that. Inside of that same contract, it forbids and forces the government not to develop any competing roadway or railway services. So you see them, even the contract with them sign blocks us from developing. The PNP is against development in Jamaica. The development of Jamaica has been hamstrung by the deals they sign. How can you sign a deal that you cannot build any other road into Portmore where thousands of Jamaicans live, hundreds of thousands of Jamaicans? You don't want no other road. You have to take the toll.
I don't know if you
can't build a railway.
The post debate with Nationwide, and Nadine Sense was so upset because she said somebody for her to be on the reform committee for us to go Republic, and the blatant lies that Mark Golding tell you was so upsetting. And she said because she did it, she knows like Mark Golding tell, it's like she just turn her from the debate that she can't focus because she know Mark Golding tell.
I'm happy you bring that up. Because I heard you guys were talking about the media. I've never seen the media so bold with hypocrisy and biasness. I've never seen it before. I've
been calling
it
out for a long time.
I've never seen so bold. And the thing about it is this now. It's like I am looking and I'm saying, oh my, they're very desperate. They're so desperate. They can't even hide it anymore.
You know, it was there. It was always there, but guess what? The people weren't paying attention because the country was so wrapped up in TNT and everything was 9-day talk. And then we never have so much access to information and nobody knows to analyze
it. And we never have these.
You know, one key ingredient we left out. One key ingredient. The Jamaica Labour Party supporters were so shy, so reserved, and not this public. We would not speak out in fear of victimization and being attacked.
Yeah.
And that has changed. That has changed. People are stand up and talk for them right. As the
They have always been like this much. Them just get exposed now.
Yes. And another thing I want to raise, another point. Me go run. Someone raise another point.
Yeah, come on, get the flowers, you know.
Yeah, I want to ask a question and then read it. What are the natural resources that Jamaica has to earn foreign goods? What is it?
Backside. Most notably, backside comes to mind.
But backside is not what it used to be. You know what is our natural resource? People.
I can respond to that.
The people. And what the government, and that's why I mentioned hard trust NTA. The thing about if you have a skilled workforce, you have to have a skilled workforce when you don't have those natural resources hidden in your hidden in the earth, are things that you have to have persons who are equipped to go out.
I want to respond to something you said just now. I want to respond to something you said just now. You say backside isn't it, but I will tell you this. I'm going to put you on the lookout that there's going to be a resurgence of the Jamaica backside sector. I'll tell you this because you know why? Backside in other parts of the world is feeling, it's as if they have, they're running out. And Jamaica's backside that wasn't being hollowed out because, we get price out of the market, we get, different things, and mining is so expensive because of energy costs, is now the prime target. And hear this, the byproduct of our backside, where we have tons and tons of it piled up that was not being used, it is rare earth minerals, yeah? It is filled in the byproduct. It's full of rare earth minerals that is used for the batteries of electronic cars or phones and all these things that we're using. So not only is our backside that is about to enter the market on a different level, but the byproduct also is an asset to us. I'll tell you this: an American company, close down them lesson how they're operating in their own country to come to Jamaica to sign a deal with this administration, and has invested millions. And one of the first things they're doing, they are creating their own power supply so that JPS cannot kill them or kill the investment. So that at the first step, you see, when that is done, we are going to see the resurfacing of backside. Right now, Jamaica produce, I think, like 2 billion tons. And with this new investment and what they're doing, they're about to bring that to almost 3 billion tons of backside coming out of Jamaica. And remember what I said about not just the backside, but what they are doing now is producing aluminum here in Jamaica. Right?
Okay.
We're going in, and that's how it. Remember, we just used to take the backside, send it on ship. No, we'll pull out the backside, produce aluminum, and then we're gonna have the byproduct that will also be an asset. So there will be jobs creating. Remember, the mining sector, the conversion sector, and then the byproduct that we will have to, the spin-off from that. So this administration is really setting up Jamaica. Now is not the time to take on these losers, because I'm telling you, there's so much thing that is yet to come. There's a brand new sugar factory that is being started in Clarendon, and I'll tell you this, they all